What's going on, guys? Awesome back, and today I'm going to be telling you guys 5 tips to improve your aim in Rainbow Six Siege. Aim is one of the biggest things you need in this game, good aim. So I'm going to be showing you guys 5 tips to help you improve that. Alright, so the first tip I have for you guys is to get a good sensitivity. Sensitivity is huge in this game, and it's going to basically dictate how good you're going to aim. I think it is the biggest factor in how good your aim is going to be or can be. If you are looking up videos on who has, what sense like Jinxie, Bolo, stomp and play on, and you're using those, don't do that. Do not do that. That is probably the number one rule of sensitivity. Everybody's sensitivity is supposed to be catered towards them and how good they are on that sensitivity. So if you're a slow, sense player, that's okay. If you play on a super high, ridiculous sense, that's okay. It's all preference. Sensitivity is just preference. Not everybody can play on a high sense. Not everybody can play on a low sense. So make sure you find your sensitivity. So if we go into mine, I play on 2570. I just upped my horizontal up to 70, and it feels good. You know what I mean? So not everybody can play on my 2570. Some people are gonna be like, "Oh, I need to play higher." How do you? Or some people will be like, "Oh my God, how do you play on 70? I'm playing 50." You know what I mean? And that's okay. Just because you have a high sense doesn't mean you're good. Just because you have a low sense doesn't mean you're bad. You know what I mean? So that's the biggest thing is, finding the sensitivity that's catered to you. The biggest thing I'd say with sensitivity is not this vertical or horizontal, it's this controller ADS sensitivity. So basically, you want this on and you want to change this probably more than the vertical horizontal, because the vertical horizontal is when you're unscoped, is how fast you're going to move up and down or left and right, which honestly doesn't matter a whole ton, obviously, again, preference. But this ADS is basically just how fast your scope is going to move in a fight. So it's pretty self-explanatory, right? But yeah, make sure you change those, and especially you find what's best for you. Some of the best things you can do is literally just coming in the shooting range and just testing it. You know what I mean? Like, if you just come like to this dummy, right? You come into lane 2 and you just strafe like this, you can find how good your sensitivity is for you. Oh my God, that was horrible. But like, basically, if you just strafe back and forth, you're gonna find if you're overshooting it like this. Like, say you're strafing and you're like, you can't control it or whatever, and you're going too far, your sensitivity is too high, turn it down. If you're not making the cut like this, turn your sensitivity up, it's too slow. So basically, sensitivity is the biggest thing. You're never going to really know how good your sensitivity is after using it like the first time. You want to gradually increase it or decrease it, or you know what I mean. So play with your sensitivity a lot, never change it. That is probably another huge thing with sensitivity, is never just don't constantly change your sensitivity. Keep a sensitivity, change it, keep a sensitivity, and play on it a lot, because that is truly how you're going to get better with sensitivity. If you keep changing or whatever, you're never going to fully master that sensitivity and know how good you're going to be on it and know if it's the one, right? Keep it, use it for a while, see how it is. If it still isn't great for you, you can change it, but like, make sure you're just not like, oh, one day I'm going to use, this sensitivity, and then, oh, I'm going to just bump it up because I want to, and like a bunch of, good players play on a higher sensitivity. Not everybody can play on a high sensitivity, like I said, and stuff like that. So make sure you guys are finding the right sensitivity. You're using these tracking things. You're just getting in gunfights and seeing if it's the right one, and make sure you stick to that sensitivity and stuff like that. So that's the first tip. The next tip I have for you guys, we're going to say in the shooting range, is to get a warm-up routine. Now, this is not only going to help your aim down the long term, which you want, but it's going to help immediate term too, right? Before you get on like into playing ranked and stuff, if you do like a quick warm up, it's gonna give your aim, your thumb is gonna be warmed up. You're not gonna be as cold. You're not gonna be maybe scared to get into gunfights. It's gonna get you feeling good, getting you ready and stuff like that. But I think that the shooting range is probably one of the best places you can do this, because if you go into lane 3 and you go in this options on this thing, there is so much customization you can do to create an aim routine for you guys. Even if it's like just 5 minutes of your day that you take out to do this, it is going to help you get better over the long term and immediate. It's going to help you use your sense more that you worked on maybe with the first tip. Plus, it's just going to emulate, you know, gunfights and you using your gun in situations and maybe flicking across the screen, whatever it may be. It's going to help over the long term and immediate. And you guys need to get an aim routine and just like a warm up, because really I started doing stuff and my aim has definitely increased a lot. It used to be pretty bad. I think it's not the greatest still, but it's, you know, it's definitely gotten a lot better. And I can say from personal experience, doing that and starting to warm up has definitely helped me as a player, so it will definitely help you guys. But yeah, that's tip number 2. So the next tip I have for you guys is to stop aiming cankle level. Crosshair placement is huge in Rainbow Six Siege, because I will see people who are not in very high ranks aiming down here, bro. What are you aiming at? Aiming at the stomach. Like, why are you aiming down here? You want to aim neck up. And why I say neck up, right, is because, look, if we're looking, this is an operator, right? We'll clear this. This is the operator. This is the guy you're fighting, right? And you're aiming down here. Look at how much, like, margin of error you have, right? There is this big openness right in between their legs that if you're shooting, and again, if you're watching this video, you probably don't have the best aim. Not trying to hate, but you're watching this video for a reason, right? So if you're aiming down here and you're just like trying your best and you don't have great aim, odds are a lot of your bullets are going to go in between their legs or miss them on these like skinny legs. If you're aiming up here, honestly, it's probably a higher hit rate. Even with the head being so small, you get their whole body. And that's why I say aim neck up, right? Because if your recoil control isn't perfect, it's going to kick up into their head, right? So if you aim like right here, you are going to get so many kills from just headshots, because again, this game is a one-shot headshot game. So basically, one shot, you can have the worst aim, the worst positioning, the worst gun in the game. You hit them one time in the head before they hit you and kill you, they die. Like, plain and simple. So make sure you guys are aiming head height or neck height, because it is it's gonna lead to so many more kills for you instead of, you know, aiming down here. So yeah, crosshair placement is so big, and it's probably one of the biggest things that's gonna help you just get better at this game and get more kills and rank up. So yeah, do that to improve your aim, fix your crosshair placement. Okay, so tip number 4 is going to be prefiring. Prefiring is going to help you aim wise. It's going to help you just in the real game. It's something that you're going to need to learn if you want to get to the higher ranks, because people in higher ranks are definitely going to do this. But yeah, the biggest thing with prefiring that I'm going to say, right, is if we see someone is right behind this desk, right in armory, you do not want to swing close to the door, right? So because if I'm swinging out like this and he's right here and I like get to this point, I can't see him, right? I can't shoot him in the head, but he can probably see like my shoulder, right? He's literally hitting me right now. So when you are pre-firing like angles like this, make sure you are not doing it close to the door and you're a little bit more step back, so then when you swing out, you can just, you know, like kill him like that. So like, there's another example. We see him right here. He's right here. You stand back a little bit. Pre-fire. Basically, what pre-firing is going to enable you to do is before like the enemy has a chance to like really react to you swinging and know exactly where you are, you're swinging and you know like his general location, you can just swing out and you're basically killing him. So like, right, so this guy's back here. Bang. Like, stands literally no chance. Stand back. Bang. Dead. Pre-firing is going to get you so many kills. It's just going to help you improve your aim and stuff like that. It's going to make it so when you're swinging out, you don't have to, like, readjust so much. You know what I mean? Because you're already shooting. And that is probably the biggest thing that it helps with, is it's not like something that's gonna immediately just like make you like zim or anything like that, or just make you feel like you're like the best player in the game with your aim. But like look at this, right? Let's say I swing out, right, and I'm over swinging and I'm not even shooting yet, right? So like I'm out here and I'm not even shooting yet. I have to start shooting and go back to his head. Whereas if I am already pre-firing, right, all I have to do is just aim it, you know what I mean? And he's dead. So make sure you guys start pre-firing and use this to your advantage. Make sure you start pre-firing. Like, if you know someone's out here, make sure you pre-fire into, like, soft walls and stuff like that. But yeah, pre-firing is really huge. Make sure you start doing it. And last but certainly not least, tip 5 is play free-for-all. Free-for-all is literally your best friend and is going to help you. All of the 4 tips that I just showed you guys, it's all of them. 1, you're helping your sensitivity. You're finding your sensitivity by getting into gunfights and using your sensitivity more. Tip 2, it's a good warm-up routine. If you get onto the game and you play 1 or 2 free-for-alls, it's going to emulate the gunfights that you're getting into in ranked games and stuff like that, and it's going to help you warm up and get ready for ranked. And just over a long period of time, just getting into more real gunfights that like you're going to experience is just going to help your aim naturally. Just like tip 3, which was crosshair placement. It can help you, get used to aiming high without much of a penalty like it would in a ranked game where you're supposed to win rounds. Free for all literally doesn't matter at all. It's there to help you and just to have fun. And tip 4, it's going to help you pre-fire. You can pre-fire angles if you hear people. There's a lot of different people. I think it's like 15 to 20 in a game. So literally you're running around. You can practice all those skills and tips that I just gave you. Plus, you're getting into gunfights and just helping your aim and helping you get better on all those things. So free-for-all is probably the best thing that you can do in this game. If you want to get free-for-all every time, you go into play, arcade, this is how you find it. You hit settings, you turn all of these off, weapon roulette, whatever, game modes are in the game at the moment, and you just flip on free-for-all. And then literally you play free-for-all like it says. Everyone is an opponent, eliminate them. You're getting into fights with real players that are going to move like real humans, which isn't going to happen in the shooting range. It's not going to happen in like the map training stuff. So make sure you play free-for-all. It's your best friend, best way to warm up, best way to practice your skills that isn't like an actual real ranked game. So yeah, that is tip 5. Make sure you guys get into free-for-all. All right, so that's going to be all for today's video. Make sure you hit the like and subscribe button, and you make sure to follow my Twitch. It is linked in the description down below. But yeah, I've used these tips. These are all personal like tips that I've, taken into account over the years and over time playing this game, and they have helped me a lot. So make sure you guys are actually using these because they will actually help you in your games get better aim and just become a better player, which everybody wants. So yeah, make sure you follow these tips, and I'll catch you guys in the next one. Peace.